And before you do present, Daniel, why is this topic area important to you?
Yes, I'm always interested in you know good nutrition, improving people's livelihoods all over Southeast Asia and now the Pacific as well. And that is my main interest, and also to help them not just to improve their diets and be more healthy, but also get a good income as well
Yeah,
from food.
awesome.
Mm.
Love that. Thank you so much, Daniel. Without further ado, over to you.
Thank you, Professor Georgie. Yeah, so this is just a new project. We just started a bit last year. It's a collaboration between World Vegetable Center, the University of the South Pacific, and our funders are the Future Earth and the Australian Center for International Agricultural Research. So I just cover quickly. My talk will be very short. I think maybe less than 10 minutes. So we can let Rebecca have a bit longer talk, I guess. So just quickly going through a bit of the history, the Samoan diet, traditional versus what's happening now, a bit of the food systems that's happening from the field to the plate, and just a quick brief introduction to our Future Earth project. Future Earth is a funding body, and also our new ACIAR funded project. So Samoan diet, you can see if you go there, I mean, you still go there now. You see a lot of breadfruit trees, very nice, a lot of taro, a lot of vegetables and fruits being planted around when you travel around the villages. And that those traditional foods are really good because they are low in salt, low in unhealthy fats, and low in sugar, and they're really healthy. So long time ago, Samoa had very good diets. But unfortunately, in recent years, they have been importing a lot of foods like fast foods, high in salt, high in sugar, and they're getting a lot of issues like diabetes, heart uh, diseases. So this is a bit of an issue, not just the fast food chains, but also the food you find in like supermarkets. There are a lot of them are imported as well, which is I'm surprised really. And if you look at some of the literature that's come out as a diet analysis that came out just last year in August, um, there's a shift from traditional diets to imported ultra-processed foods. So this is quite surprising. I wasn't very surprised now, I suppose, because I've been there. But if you go around, you can see this is happening a lot. 80% of Samoan women are classified obese, which I'm really surprised. I thought, we never think of that like that. And 70% of deaths in Samoa are caused by non-communicable diseases. But when I talk about money now, we're all talking about West Samoan talas. So just think of it, one Australian dollar is two West Samoan tala. So when we're talking about tala, yeah, you just divide by two and you get Australian dollar, right? That's about that. So you can see one of the things is the cost. You can see, let's say just using carbohydrates and everything else, really basic diet. If you want to have a healthy diet with fruit and vegetables, and it costs about 4 times more. This is what the study showed. And at the same time, the same study showed that imported food, surprising to me, it is cheap. It's half the price of local food, local produced food, which is really surprising to me as well. So, yeah, so that's why people buy the imported food because it is cheaper than the local food. But I said to them, why don't you just grow it in the backyard? Everyone is growing in the backyard. They said, oh, we just grow it, but we don't have time. Sometimes they got jobs or other things. I'm not sure. So it is cheaper, and people like to eat imported food. I asked some of my students over there, and they said, oh, we'll just buy some, uh, it's more convenient. We buy some 2-minute noodles and then we'll heat it up. We put some curry. I'm not sure the curry is a bit different from our curry, but They have some curry, and that's what they eat. They like eating that. They don't really like, a lot of the local food because it's hard. You got to grow it and things like that. So I spent a short time there, not a long time. I brought my family along too. So you can see a lot of things like taro being sold in the streets as well, breadfruit. And if you go to APR, you can see they have very nice fish there. And this is one of the farmers that I visited, Dora. She's got tomatoes, she's got all kinds of things, even dragon fruit, a whole range of different fruits they have. So this is a traditional fruit production in there. And if you go to the markets, you can see this is one of the markets there, Arafura, and you can see a lot of. I should drag this up, shouldn't I? I got time. I learned how to do this. um, yeah. So this the markets. You can see. Yeah, they sell it out in the open. This is the traditional markets. And lately, they have also got a lot of supermarkets. There are those small ones like this, but the big ones are like Farmer Joe and Frankie. These are the big ones. Frankie is an interesting one. Frankie is actually owned by a Chinese businessman. I think he married a Samoan wife. So you can see supermarkets. I thought, oh, you can buy everything there, but maybe look at the supermarket here. There's probably almost for this particular one, there is no fruit and vegetables at all. It was mainly just like 2-minute noodles, processed cereals, 2-minute noodles, canned food imported from, I don't know, Australia and New Zealand, that sort of thing. So yeah, I thought it was quite strange. Why, living in such a nice island paradise, why would you just eat junk food? I'm just surprised. So okay, and you look at vegetables. Also, I'm quite surprised that they import a lot of vegetables. I mean, except for maybe this one. This one is the dragon fruit is probably local, but a lot of the other stuff like capsicum is like 51 thala, which means like $25 a kg or kilogram. It's really expensive. It's like 5 times more expensive than in Australia. And look at the cauliflower. This is like 43 thala or 44 thala, which is like our what, $22, right? For one cauliflower. Come on, this is crazy. Who can afford that? Except for maybe tourists or something. So a bit crazy. Some of the supermarkets like Frankie, they also have vertical integration. I visited one, the Sunshine Farms. You can see that they actually grow a lot of this in the like big chai and all this sort of thing, and they grow it and they sell it quite cheaply. See, like this is only 250 thala. It's only $1, right? We can afford it, and everyone can afford this one. So instead of importing, they are producing it locally, and also tomatoes and chicken as well. They have a big chicken coop there. So I did a bit of study before we did some of these projects, and now I nearly finished already. This is our Future Earth project. It's funded by an organization called Future Earth, and uh, in this project, we collaborated with World Vegetable Center, World Veg, they call it, to provide initially just some tomato and capsicum varieties for testing in Samoa. And the adapted varieties be introduced to Samoan farmers and also the commercial growers over there. So this is the open day. You can see use it being a little logo there, and they're sort of displaying our project. And you can see in this Future Earth project, we have sensory evaluation, and we sort of test them all, because sometimes the funny thing is, you have all the different type of varieties coming from, World Vegetable Center, and then they come in, and then the local people may not like it. So we want to test with the local Samoans to see whether they like the taste of or the look of these vegetables that are being tested and adapted to Samoa. Okay, so this is the second project. We're just coming through a concept note stage. I think it's just been approved, I think, verbally. It's a 3-year project. University of Sydney, University of South Pacific, and World Vegetable Center as well. 4 countries involved: Samoa, Fiji, this is Georgie's country, and Vanuatu and Tonga. So we'll do it the trials instead of just one country. We'll scale it out to 4 countries. The funding is supported by the Australian Centre for International Agricultural Research. There will be activities, breeding, adaptation, seed system strengthening, all through the supply chain, and capacity building, and also market linkages and value chain development. So, just some quick take-home messages. The Samoan diet is a transition from a traditional diet to one reliant on imported ultra-processed foods, which surprises me initially. And the imported vegetables are expensive due to lack of locally adapted varieties, and we aim to provide local farmers with a wide range of locally adapted vegetable varieties. So that's the end of my talk, and I'm happy to answer any questions.